Hi everyone, Carrie Jaffe-Pickett, Carrie of freelance.com communications. Earlier today I had the great pleasure of meeting and interviewing Joanna Smith Rakoff, author of A Fortunate Age, which was named one of the top 10 best-selling books from 2009 and just came out in paperback. And I went to Oberlin and so did Joanna, so I was naturally curious about the book, and I really enjoyed the characters, the plot, the descriptions, and she really succeeds in capturing New York at the turn of the millennium, so to speak. So hope you enjoy, and some really great insights from Joanna and the writing process.
Now, okay.
I'm Joanna Smith Rakoff. I'm the author of the novel A Fortunate Age. It's my first novel, and I came to write it in the months after September 11th. After losing my job at a magazine, I had a lot more time on my hands and was reflecting on what I thought of as New York's last Gilded Age, an age that had, I felt, recently come to an end. And I wanted to chronicle the lives of what I sort of think of as the artist class, which is to say younger people who are striving to make their way in difficult fields, theater, music, literature, the visual arts.
So in the writing and revising process, or was it a number of years then? Or?
It was. I would say there was this year when I worked on the story, then there was about a year from the time I realized that it was a novel and that I was going to base it on the group, in which I just was working literally on the first chapter, and I wrote 100 pages of the first chapter, which of course then were cut down to normal size. Mm-hmm. And then after that year or so, just working on the first chapter, I went to the MacDowell colony and drafted about half of the novel, and then spent the next 6 months finishing the draft. I then gave it to people to read, and I spent about 5 months doing an initial rewrite, then gave it to my agent, who gave it back to me with very major edits, and I then spent 2 full years fully taking the book apart and putting it back together. 2 full years.
Wow, wow, that's really surprising to hear, because I have to say it reads so fluidly, but it's part of the process, and I think everyone needs to learn that. So very interesting, very interesting. Influences and writers you like?
Right, so so Jonathan Franzen is sort of one of my favorite contemporary novelists. I also love the writer Jean Hanff-Korelitz, who has a new novel out called Admission, which is brilliant. It reads like George Eliot, and her previous novels are fantastic too. She's married to the poet Paul Muldoon, so there's lots of crazy talent in their house in Princeton.